All right, ladies and gentlemen, for the second part of your translation notes, I have already drawn on my graph what I want you guys to draw, so go ahead and pause the video now. It is going to be 5 in each direction, so positive 5, negative 5, positive 5 on y, negative 5, so 10 across each axis. And then here are your coordinates for point A, B, and C. Pause and go ahead and plot those. We're going to talk about when we're using our words, sometimes you'll be given the up, down, left, and right. So here what we are going to do is we are going to translate. We're going to go down, 2, and right, 3. Okay? So again, pause it, write it down, make sure we have it. So what we're going to do with each thing, when we're given directions like this is relatively easy here. All we need to do is go to each point and go those 2 different directions. Sometimes they'll just give you one direction. But so we'll go to A, and we're going to go down 2. So we'll go down 2, 1, 2, and then it says right 3. 1, 2, 3. And here's going to land us A prime. We'll do the same thing for B, down 2 and right 3. There's B prime. C, down 2 and to the right 3. And it ends up actually landing exactly where B was. So C prime and B from your pre-image are both going to have the exact same coordinates. So we'll go ahead and connect these. And what we're going to do is, on the next question you guys will have, it's going to ask you to identify just one of the coordinates. Okay, so technically you would only have to do it to one of the coordinates, but I wanted to make sure we did all of them, got some practice. And so we want to know the coordinates, hopefully I'm spelling things right, of B prime. Okay. Now, one thing I did forget over here was to make sure that we're labeling this pre-image, so we're getting used to seeing the words pre-image and image. So we had our pre-image, and then we had our image, which is the prime. So now all we have to do is we come over here and we look up, okay, here's B prime. So B prime is right here on the X, so we went over 1, 2, 3, 4, positive 5 on the X, and then we went down 3, making it negative 3 on the Y. So this would be your answer. Now, one thing else I want to discuss before we move on to the last video is the rule, and then we'll apply the rule in a little bit. But we need to see what the actual notation of the rule is. When we start with our X coordinate and our Y coordinate, this is your beginning your notation for all your transformations. We need to take a look at what's going on with our X and our Y. Remember, this down and the right, those come from up here in the first video. So what we can do here is we can say, okay, down. Down, which one of these used down? Your X or your Y? It was your Y. So we see that down goes with your Y coordinate. So that means we're going to take our Y coordinate and we're going to do something with it. Okay? Down told us to subtract. So we're down 2 means we're going to take that Y coordinate and subtract 2. And then with our the other one, rights, over here, we look over here and we see, okay, right dealt with our X coordinate, and it told us to add. So right is going to mean we're going to take that X coordinate and we're going to add that number, that 3. So when you write your rule, the reason I wrote it down first and then right is because they'll do this with their words sometimes and ask you to write the rule. Notice that the Y shift, our vertical shift happened first, was written first, and then our horizontal. But whenever we write the rule, we need to remember that X always comes first. So when we go back down here to our rule, we would put on here first X, and what did we do to our X? We added 3. Then we go to our Y and say, okay, what did we do with our Y? we subtracted 2. So we took our y and we subtracted 2. And that's going to be the rule, and that'll be part of the next video.